Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Sleepy Hollow Season 2, Episode 15, Spellcaster. I'm your host, Dom. With me is my co-host, Clio.
Hello.
And Pat and Michelle.
Hey.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, pretty good.
What's that, Clio? You can't see me?
No.
John Cena, no.
This was really a not original name for this episode.
No. All their other episode titles have been pretty good.
Yeah, like fancy words and stuff, but this one was just
Latin.
Spellcaster. Even if it was called Warlock, I think it would have been sounded a little cooler.
Yeah. I don't know, I like the whole Warlock premise. It's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I don't know, I think the name itself kind of kept you on your toes. Like, well, Spellcaster, what is it going to be about? Is this really going to be just like a sheer Katrina episode, or are we going to actually have somebody going, something else going on?
Yeah.
I think it was interesting that they did not tell you it was a Warlock until going in, because you could read a lot into the titles. We're actually doing that with one of the other series we covered, the Vampire Diaries, and we actually looked ahead at like the next 3 episode titles, and we're like, oh well, okay, so it's going in that direction. Interesting. So the fact that Sleepy Hollow is kind of hiding the titles a little bit, it still keeps the actual plot kind of under wraps, and I like that. So I think the best part of the episode though was Ichabod house hunting. That's just me. I love his antics.
Well, of course, with the rubber fruit, it's freaking amazing.
It wasn't just like the typical like plastic fruit you would see in a house. It was like dog toy, rubber squeaky toy.
It squeaked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, really?
I don't know about you guys, but I've never been to an open house that had rubber squeaky fruit.
No.
But
although I've never picked up the fruit and squeezed it, so.
I have.
Well then.
I'm wishing that I got to, a housewarming when we were buying this condo with freaking mini muffins.
Right?
Jackasses.
I've actually never even been to an open house that had food.
Oh, usually, no. It's a nice little, thanks for coming kind of thing. Real liturgy are supposed to do it.
Like Michelle, even those little hot dogs that you like.
Oh, I love them.
I've never even had those, That seems like the perfect open house kind of food, but...
Shrimp just little finger foods. Yeah, I agree.
Cocktails and cocktail weenies.
Come on, because most open houses are around lunchtime, so it would be convenient, but...
Yeah, but what if somebody doesn't like hot dogs?
This moment, though, with the house hunting, for me, was kind of the moment of realization that Ichabod is never going back to his time period. I always thought there may be a way for him to go back home at this point, but this episode right here, when he said, no, I'm going to have to, adapt, I'm going to have to learn how to live in modern times and eventually get a house someday, preferably one with marble countertops. And I was like, you know what? He's stuck here now. He can't get back, and...
I mean, I never thought that there was a possibility for him to get back, because it's not like he time traveled.
Yeah.
He just survived in stasis until now. And neither did Katrina. Katrina just survived in purgatory until now.
Exactly.
So there wasn't a time travel element, so I figured they couldn't go back.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
another darn you, Dom moment, because now with everything that happened in this episode, it's a possibility that they could actually go back.
Very slight, though. You're stretching.
Well, now with the spell book, and you can travel through time and be the traveler.
Yeah.
He could go back to before all this crap happened. Stop Moloch and everybody before it could even be really a big deal. And live his life normal.
Yeah, but at what cost? There's probably repercussions.
I mean, it wouldn't... And also, how would he stop Moloch before? Like, Moloch has always been a force in Purgatory. He would have to go back in time, then go to Purgatory, and then how would he kill Moloch in Purgatory? I think it's not going to happen.
It's far-fetched.
And I think if they were going to go back in time, it would be Katrina to do it, and Ichabod would be against it.
I mean, it's definitely a thought. I mean, it's definitely something that could happen. But.
It's interesting because now that they're bringing time travel up, that's where things usually get kind of sticky when it comes to TV shows. I mean, when Lost introduced time travel, they lost a lot of their fan base. And it gets really, really sticky. Sometimes you can do it really well. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can't get away with it. So we got to see how they approach this at this point. But do you think the time travel is going to be like a very plot-centric element for the next... We have 3 episodes until the finale. Until it's over.
I don't think so. I think it'll be keeping us... It'll be there, but it'll be like a secondary. And then if they decide to go with it, they'll bring it in the next season.
Well, it all depends on what else this spell book can possibly do.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we only know of it's a spell book, it's kind of blood magic, and it can cause time travel as a possibility. The other part, what was the only other thing? It caused time travel, and it could have been the opportunity to bring back somebody from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, it all depends on how much more magic this book actually has in it.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction right now.
Go.
The series finale, or season, not series. The season finale for this season is gonna end with Ichabod and Abby going back in time to Crane's time. And getting stuck there.
Awesome.
And then next season we're gonna explore what it's like for Abby to be the outsider. Be a good dynamic shift.
That would be very funny. That would be interesting. I'm worried what that will mean for the timeline of the show.
Right.
Because when you change things, you can get away with some things, but then you also leave yourself open to plot holes.
Right.
In things that don't make sense anymore.
Mm-hmm. So if that is going to be the case, they may start seeding it in now. So look for little things like that could possibly be Abby's influence from the past into the future. So look for things present day, because they may try to slip that in there now. If they don't do that for an entire season, or even half season, I'm thinking they're going to at least try it for 1 episode. So that's my prediction. So.
It's not a bad prediction.
Yeah. So what did you guys think of the Warlock himself?
He was really scary.
Yeah, Solomon Kent.
He was really scary.
Messed up mofo.
He was devious, but cool. I don't know, I liked him. I like sometimes the dark characters.
He just walked in and, slashed his wrists and took the book. It was like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
These are my grounds.
Yeah. It was a little crazy.
It's gonna make your blood boil from the inside. See ya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seriously, that was crazy.
Very sadistic.
Yeah.
Here.
And we get to see a lot of flashbacks, and this is why I'm like time travel now, because they really spent a lot of time in these flashbacks setting things up with the Salem witch trials and.
They did.
Yeah, but not necessarily because they've done it before when they were bringing a lot with Ben Franklin season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
They've done a lot of flashbacking also with Roanoke.
We can't rule it out either.
I think this season they didn't do that much of it, so it's like making up for lost time almost.
Well, it's like an element of the show that continues continuously through each season, kind of thing.
Yeah.
To keep the continuity, the flow of the show.
Yeah. What did you think of the flashbacks, Clay?
I thought they were awesome. I really liked seeing the actress who plays Katrina play Katrina's grandma.
Yeah.
That was great.
I noticed that too.
Just in a blonde wig. She actually got me for a second. Because I was like, wait.
That actress looks really like Katrina. Yeah,
and she's just a great actress.
Yeah.
She is. She's really good.
Yep. We also found out that magic users were using these kind of steroids to boost their powers.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was interesting. I didn't think it could work that way.
Yeah.
but apparently it does.
Yeah.
There's got to be some way to hone your talents even more.
I would think just concentration and meditation, but
Yeah, I
Isn't
thought it
there
was-
known for like stones or something that help?
well, those are rune magic.
Yeah.
It's a type of magic. It's
Yeah, so you can't say that a root can do it too, or
Yeah. No, it can.
you hone your physical attributes and sometimes strengthen them. Why not your mental. And spiritual?
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. So Irving, this episode, Jesus, how, first and foremost, how did he fool them all this time? Like, how did he fool Katrina, more importantly?
Because I don't think Katrina's telling the truth. Like, we talked about this last week, Dom. I don't think Katrina told the whole truth.
Right.
I don't think she. I know we missed with you guys, but me and Pat were talking about that.
I think
she was
something was
something.
something was messed up because at the same point she looked off and kind of looked to the side when she was like, "Oh yeah, he's fine."
Like she didn't stare him straight in the face.
Like,
No, she didn't. She didn't say he's fine. She said Henry no longer has control over his soul.
But that didn't mean
He doesn't have a soul anymore.
Well, we even knew that when he looked in the mirror and he noticed no reflection. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So you made it free, but
it was definitely a mistake on their part for trusting, but it's Katrina's fault. You know, if Katrina was just honest, they wouldn't have trusted him. But we don't know what Katrina's game is right now.
Yeah, I mean, Katrina's struggling with her own demons right now.
I mean, look what
who
happened
knows
to her
what's
at
in her head anymore.
Look what happened to her at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
I know. Just gonna say that. Look at her magic. Look at what she was doing now, and she almost had a spark of evil in her. I thought.
Yeah. It was.
I think Solomon contributed to that, but.
Oh, definitely.
I think she was twisting something in there.
Oh, 100%, because he told her to reach into her darkness or whatever, and you know he cast the spell, you know, at her that she foiled, you know, whatever, but
yeah,
it did something.
That makes me think, like, what is the nature of magic in this world, and is there a dark magic, or is it like the Force, you know, where there are just some things where if you go into them, or if you like accept the dark parts of, or is there like dark magic in only certain casters? Like that's the question I'm having now. Like, is she actually dark, or is she just accepting the dark side of magic that exists in the world? I don't know.
To have a balance, I think, you know, of course, good and evil, or bad and good. Where there's good, there's bad as well.
Yeah, but I think it becomes more of the question at the same point is it her, or is it the spell itself that kind of took over for her for a little bit? And like now she's battling that kind of demon on top of it. That it wasn't really her that wanted this, but now it's like, well, now she's got to solve it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know, it's just something to think about, definitely. And there could be both angles to that.
Yeah, I don't know. We finally got to see Henry again.
Yes, we did.
You know, that was really awesome. Henry, we saw him with Irving, you know, at the end of the episode. And, you know, Irving brought him the spell book from the Warlock, unbeknownst to Abby and Ichabod, you know, very sneakily.
I know.
But just watching him in that scene in the hotel, right, where he kind of grew fond of the boy who came and fixed the sink, you know, and the mother, and just the interaction that they had with the street gang, thug people, whatever. And the way he came in and just cleaned that up, it was like, you know, I didn't realize he had magic powers to that extent.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't see that side of him because he was just using the horseman.
Right.
You know, but when he was a person before Moloch got him, he was a very powerful I guess they call them male witches, warlocks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most...
we only really got to see that power in the flashbacks when he was a child.
Most things do male witches as warlocks. I know Bewitched...
Sometimes it's wizards, and sometimes it's...
Yeah, I know
sorcerers.
Bewitched way back in the day, all male witches were warlocks, and a couple of new kind of stuff have gone the opposite way, and there's male and female witches, and warlocks are more demonic
I was
spellcasters,
just
but
or ghoulish looking or gremlin looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just determining what series is calling what thing what, but yeah.
Now, along with it, I really
They're
think
all along the same
I really think the major thing
category.
with Henry and how we haven't seen this power kind of arise from him is that he was kind of Moloch's puppet.
Yes.
So he could not do anything on his own. Now he's got free reign.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's trying to become essentially the new Moloch, the new leader of this group.
I mean, and even he thinks Moloch is 100% defeated. He doesn't he's no indication that he thinks he survived at all. So, as far as we're concerned right now, Moloch is defeated. Moloch's dead, gone, and even Abby says, I kind of feel like it was easier when we knew who we were fighting.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, definitely.
So... They don't really know what's going on right now with
anyone, period.
Yeah, they don't know that Irving is involved with anything. They don't know that Henry is involved. Like, they just don't know what's going on at this point.
Oh, poor Henry. That's sad.
I mean, they're chasing ghosts out of paintings and warlocks breaking in, but they don't know where any of this stuff is coming from. It's residual effects of defeating Moloch. It's what's been released from purgatory and stuff like that.
So there could still be an opening somewhere.
And it's just constant cleanup.
Yep. They're kind of like the Ghostbusters right now.
Yeah.
If
there's an evil thing, let's take care of that.
It's kind of turned into Monster of the Week right now. Like the... It's basically when... I know that Clio hates side story things, but this is kind of each of these little events that have been going on. Yes, they're progressing the plot, but they've also kind of been like these side story things. They've kind of been unnecessary, and they're not really.
They're all
moving the story of Henry along, So
no, you're right, but it's not like, oh hey, here's this completely unrelated thing. It's like, oh, here is this thing that happened because Moloch is gone and Purgatory is down the shit. So, it's has to do with things. It's just
indirectly, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's very loosely.
Yeah, but it's still
I kind of want to agree with Dom that it's very loosely.
Yeah, but it's still connected.
In turn, it's more side stories, and it's like, oh yeah, this happened because of Purgatory. All right.
I mean, they could just throw a bunch of werewolves at us next week and be like, oh, they were trapped in Purgatory.
Yeah, but I think it's all building to something.
Yeah, but, I mean, they're still tying it in a way, like the warlock here was tied back to the Salem witch trials, and that really opened up a whole new can of worms, and then, Pat, as you mentioned, the book has the Travelers kind of thing for the time travel. They've definitely seeded a lot of stuff that can move the plot, impact the plot a lot in the future. It's just, where it's going now, it's unforeseeable,
Yeah.
So... do you guys have anything else for this week's episode?
I liked Katrina showing off. We haven't seen her do that good a job with magic yet.
Yeah. She thought she could take him himself. Or herself.
She probably could have. If there wasn't that whole, oh hey, come to the dark side.
Well, if he didn't complete the book, she had him.
That's true. But there was that moment where he was like, oh yeah, there's darkness in you. And then she kind of stood there while he finished the book.
She was second guessing herself. Almost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She kind of knows that it was in her, and then he just, escalated it and brought it about quicker than she expected. She knew it was deep down in her evil. That's probably why she hesitated and she was like,
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yes. You're getting a lot of feedback. Pat, say something?
What I'm hoping at the same point, are we seeing any more of Oh, what the hell's his name? Our nice little adventurer who
Holly?
keeps an artifact, Paul, or what?
Holly.
Holly.
We have not heard anything, Holly, but we know that they mentioned that Abby's sister,
Jenny was off doing his job because
she's looking for an artifact.
he ran away.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Wasn't he off hunting an artifact or something?
Jenny
He's
is.
He's off hunting his stepmom.
That too.
And Jenny's off looking for an artifact.
Yes.
But yeah. I don't know. I hope we see him soon because he's been really great, and to lose him for the last 3 episodes of the season or last 4, because this one would be very sad. Hopefully, if he is gone in the next 2, he at least comes back for the finale. That would be
I was
great.
just gonna say, or if he doesn't come back this season, it's building for for next season, the beginning of next
But
season.
I think losing him just before the finale drops, and then him returning for the finale will be that big triumphant hero moment for him. And
if he comes back, come in and at that last moment comes to save the day or
Well, it's
something.
either that
like
or a
That's
complete
true.
side story.
It's like, oh, hey.
You could do a whole new series now.
yeah, who knows? Anyway, next week's episode is called What Lies Beneath, which was a great movie, by the way. Anyway, Ichabod and Abby face demonic creatures that guard a secret crypt and encounter Thomas Jefferson, guest star Steven Weber, in their quest to fight evil. Meanwhile, Jenny learns a shocking secret about Frank Irving. So,
Well, I wonder what that is.
nothing that we don't already know, I'm assuming.
I'm assuming.
So,
Maybe there's more.
it'd be nice for Team Witness to finally get wind of what's going on with him. I mean,
Yes.
Abby's been suspicious, and Ichabod was extremely suspicious when Abby brought him under, his wing, her wing, for the final mission there. But he kind of just went along with it. He accepted it, and then we saw for ourselves that was the mistake. So hopefully they'll see it for themselves.
Well, assumption, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me.
It's true.
It's just making an ass out of themselves, though.
It's true.
Well, they wanted to give him. He was their good friend, just like anybody would probably do. Human nature would want to, try and trust their friend again. But
Yeah, but didn't she also,
Getting
with
engaged.
human nature, try to trust an angel?
yeah,
And look what he did.
this was their good friend. And they
Yeah,
had a
well-
lot of history with them.
You always got to be suspicious when somebody randomly comes back from the dead.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
was.
Mhm.
And they got Katrina, and then
They
again,
let their guard down. That was their mistake.
was that. Oh, Katrina said he's okay. Well, all right.
Yeah, well, kind of need a second opinion, It's not the best doctor out
Hey,
there for the magic
It's all
world.
they got. It's really all they got right now.
It's true. So I think that about wraps things up. Cleo, where can the people find you?
You can find me at Cleo Moto all over the internet.
Excellent. Pat Michelle, where can the people find you?
You can find us at
Michelle.
Michelle on Twitter or
Or in
Time and Space.
You can
That's
find me
perfect.
down below at Phenomenodom, PHENOMEDOM.
Do, 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 do,
Phenomenon.
do, do, do.
You can find us all on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, MySpace, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. Till next week. See you guys later.
Geronimo.
Peace out.
Geronimo? What are
Yeah.
you going
Oh, I thought you
skydiving?
said drama bomb.
Drama llama.
Geronimo. One of the doctors says it.
Llama, here's a llama,
Matt Smith's doctor, I believe, if I remember.
duck.